Father continues search for kidnapped daughter despite several ransom payments. Stakeholders react to appeal court special panel on Rivers political crisis. Newly sworn in Edo State Governor Okpebholo sets out agenda. Rivers Flood Committee calls for dredging of Orachi River. On the foreign scene, dozens killed after car rammed into crowd in China. I am Kalada Kurubatbo. Mental health is real. Seek help. End the stigma. We'll go for a quick commercial. When we do come back, the news in detail.
Congratulations, congratulations, congratulations.
Detail. A father, Ogunsinasi Oluwaseyi, is appealing to authorities for urgent intervention to secure the release of his 12-year-old daughter, Favour Oluwaseyi, who was abducted on 7th August around the Elelenwo area in Obiakpo local government area. Speaking with correspondent Emeka Otuka, Mr. Oluwaseyi explained that his daughter and a neighbor's child were watching television in his sitting room when unexpectedly they left the house and reached the main road where Favour was taken. Mr. Oluwaseyi said 2 days after the abduction, the kidnappers called to demand a ransom, which the family paid. He said despite the payment, his daughter was not released. He said the family made another payment after further demands, but still Favour was not freed.
Father of the girl. So at the end of the day, we negotiated and they say I should pay them 120,000 naira. And I said, what is the assurance that because you people have collected money from me 2 times, what is the assurance that you are going to release my daughter? He said, if I didn't see my daughter that day, I haven't paid the money, that I should summon his name in any of shrine that I like, that he was going to appear. So just took faith, apply faith, and I send the money. I haven't sent the 120. And I said, no, that was not the amount we agreed. Send additional.
Mr. Oluwaseyi described how operatives from Mile 1 Police Division tracked down one of the suspected abductors to Owerri, who was later arrested. However, the suspect denied any involvement in Favour's abduction. Mr. Oluwaseyi added that the first number used to demand ransom was traced to a gang member known as G-Boy, who is currently serving a jail term in a correctional facility in Enugu. According to Mr. Oluwaseyi, G-Boy allegedly operates a kidnapping syndicate in Port Harcourt from the prison.
When we do the tracking, it was showing prison yard. So, but we were able to get the number he calls on regular basis, which happened to be the wife's number, the person that I have child for him. So, I haven't gotten that one. It was through that one that said he has been in the prison for the past 3 years, that it was courtesan that took him to prison. And the lady confessed that he was actually doing one chance business before now with them, which he said he had stopped. That was what he confessed. But she's also still with the police as we speak.
He also said that the Mile 1 police have since detained G-Boy's wife, but they need permission from Enugu Correctional Center authorities to release G-Boy for further investigation, which he hopes will lead to his daughter's safe return.
The assistance I need now is that guy in the prison. I need people to rise for my help. That if we can get that guy out, because the officer in Enugu that did the job for us, he said that guy, if they can prosecute him, that he knows exactly where my daughter is. That guy is the one that they can hold responsible for where my daughter is right now.
Reacting to this, the Public Relations Officer of the Rivers State Police Command, SP Grace Oringo Koko, said the matter is still being investigated to ensure that the child regains her freedom. Away from that, some stakeholders in Rivers State have been reacting to the setting up of a special panel by the appeal court to hear all appeals relating to the political disputes in Rivers State, including the one between Governor Siminalayi Fubara and the State House of Assembly. An APC stakeholder in the state, Prince Adeleke, while speaking on Nigeria Info's hard facts today, said there would not have been a need for a special panel if Governor Siminalayi Fubara had followed the Constitution. Dr. Adeleke acknowledged that the political crisis started following the alleged defection of Martin Amaewhule and 26 other lawmakers to the APC, and the governor went ahead to declare their seats vacant instead of waiting for the outcome of court rulings on the matter.
They wish to defect. We are happy that they want to come into our own house. We keep doing everything. We did not get them because what they were supposed to do, they did not do. The governor went away from the norms. There is no place in the constitution to tell House of Assembly defection personal matter. How? They have their functions. Let them do their functions. Whether they want to bet or not, the case is in court. Let us wait for the examination, and the examination comes. From there, you cease to recognize.
On his part, economy Godspar Egbono said the political crisis in Rivers State would not have escalated if Governor Fubara had implemented the peace agreement reached in Abuja last year.
The problem in Rivers politics today is between Governor Siminalayi Fubara and himself, because he is the one that is supposed to reconcile everyone. Ab initio, you recall how the whole reconciliation issue came up when the president called the meeting, and he walked out of that meeting and came and told Rivers people that he would pay every price for peace to reign in Rivers State, and everybody was happy. And I believe that if he has executed that, followed it squarely, and implemented that squarely without bringing in unnecessary sentiments, we wouldn't have been where we are today. You should retrace his step back.
In the meantime, some lawyers in Port Harcourt have been speaking on what constitutes disobedience of court judgment amid the ongoing political crisis in Rivers State. The lawyer, Achinike Williams Wobodo, told correspondent Ibi Oruwari that Governor Fubara's appeal to the Supreme Court is not an excuse for the governor to fail to present the 2024 appropriation bill before the Martin Amaewhule-led Rivers State House of Assembly.
It's obvious that the governor had violated several court orders. A high court makes an order directing you to do a particular thing. You file an appeal, and the court of appeal refuses to stay the order that the high court has made. More so, when you have brought an application before the court to say, take this order, and the court refuses to stay that order, do you have any other reason not to obey it pending your appeal? The court of appeal has also delivered judgment, and the judgment of the court of appeal is saying that Federal High Court was right in the orders that it made.
Mr. Williams Obodo also spoke on the differences between the current Federal High Court ruling, which stopped funds to the Rivers State government, and the Supreme Court ruling involving Lagos State government, where it was decided that the president cannot cut off a state's allocation.
The Supreme Court held that Obasanjo had no powers as the president to make that directive stopping the allocation of local government in Lagos State. This is different, completely different from the situation we have in Rivers State. The situation we have in Rivers State is that the Rivers State House of Assembly went to court challenging the CBN to say us which the federal government has allocated to us, which is in your custody. Stop releasing it because we have not projected how it should be used. We have not made appropriation laws on how it should be spent. And the court says, yes, I agree with you that how are they the same?
Meanwhile, another lawyer, Henry Ekine, who believes the governor has not disobeyed any court orders, urged the judiciary to address conflicting judgments.
Some ambitious litigant goes on some form of forum shopping, gets another order on the same subject matter from another court, and then you now allege that that citizen or that authority or that governor who is complying or obeying with an order of court, it's obeying the order of the later court. That would be unwieldy. And that's why we condemn the almost apparent situation in political matters where courts and judges are making conflicting orders on subject matter.
Mr. Ekine argued that the judiciary and legal professionals have contributed to the worsening crisis and explained why the governor should not be blamed.
So a constitutional duty to prepare an appropriation bill and lay it before a House of Assembly. So whoever alleged that the governor disobeyed any court order should be the one to answer or say what court order. So to the best of my knowledge, I haven't quite seen which of the orders of court directly mandating the governor one step or another that the governor has not complied with. And again, when there are conflicting decisions, it's not the fault of the governor of a state. It is a thing that I think is a problem that the judiciary has got to solve.
Elsewhere, Edo State Governor Monday Okpebholo has unveiled a 5-point agenda for the development of the state after he was sworn in today as governor of the state. Governor Okpebholo, in his inaugural speech, pledged to prioritize security, infrastructure, healthcare, food sufficiency, and education. He declared war on criminals, saying the era of incident kidnapping and other violent crimes are over. We'll go for a quick break. Still to come, Rivers Flood Committee calls for dredging of Arashi River. Do stay tuned. Welcome back now to the rest of the newscast. The chairman of HA local government area, Uzodinma Nwafo, has awarded the contract for the electrification of 6 communities in the area. Dr. Nwafo made this known when a social-cultural organization of HA ethnic nationality, Ogbako HA Worldwide, paid him a visit at the council secretariat in Okei on Monday. He promised Ogbako HA that he will do his best, restating his commitment to the development of HA.
They gave me their fatherly advice and blessings for we to fast track and see that HA is being developed. I promised them of doing my best to HA local government. Moreover, the issues they itemized, it's already in my work plan to execute. Mostly the electrification of 6 communities, which include Okumoko, Egwi, Olapo 1, Olapo 2, Apokabi, Oken 1 and 2. Ibodo. In that Ibodo, we have 2 communities that will get the light, Imuminge and Umohi. I have also awarded the contract.
On his part, the President General of Ogbako HA Worldwide, Charles Wanwala, said the group came to congratulate the HA chairman on his election victory. He advised him to create wealth for the HA people.
He's educated, he's experienced, and he's exposed, and is an embodiment of humility who understands the problem of an average HA man. So we advise him to start investing on cottage industries. These cottage industries will ensure that the raw materials which are produced by the rural populace are used to produce goods and services. By so doing, he's creating wealth, creating employment opportunities for the rural folks.
Moving on, the Rivers State Committee on Flood Management and Prevention Committee says it is monitoring to ensure that relief materials get to flood victims in affected communities. The Deputy Governor of the state, Ngozi Odu, who is also the chairman of the committee, made this known to newsmen while speaking on the stage and activities of the committee.
When we send these things, we interface with the people. We don't just give it. We make people know that these things have come. Actually, there was somewhere we went and they were shouting, they won't give us, they won't give us. So we had to tell them this thing must get to where it is supposed to. We have actually asked them to give us funds. They've given us the first phase fund. They give us LG reports of what is going on, what their own interventions are, and what they've utilized our materials. So definitely by the end of the month, we will get a report on our own, from our own monitoring. We have also asked them to give us their own report. We'll see whether the two reports corroborate in terms of the data we'll get back from them.
Professor Odu said the committee will recommend that the federal and state governments collaborate to dredge the Orashi River.
The IDP camp, naturally our people, they feel shy going to camps to stay. They would rather, unless it becomes very, very difficult, they would rather go to really two IDP camps. The other ones are not functional. The one when we went to office as well, it wasn't functional. We would let you know how many functional IDP. We had identified areas that we used for IDP, but because the flood is not as bad, those IDP camps are not yet functional. But if there's a need, we'll have the capacity to move them to the IDP camp.
In other news, President Tinubu will depart Riyadh today, where he attended one-day extraordinary Arab-Islamic summit convened to address the current situation in the Middle East. President Tinubu called for an end to Israeli aggression in Gaza, saying the country is in support of a two-state solution where both Israelis and Palestinians can coexist in security and dignity.
And now, we bring you news from around the world.
Let's take a look at the international scene. A hit-and-run attack at a sports center in the southern Chinese city of Zhuhai killed 35 people and severely injured 43. Zhuhai police said in a statement that the incident happened yesterday when a small off-road vehicle was driven into a large group of people exercising outside the sports center. It also said the suspect, a 62-year-old man named Fan, was being treated at a hospital after hurting himself with a knife in his car. On the news this evening, you heard a father is still searching for his kidnapped daughter despite several ransom payments. Stakeholders have reacted. I take that again. Stakeholders have reacted to the appeal court special panel on Rivers political crisis. The newly sworn-in Edo State Governor, Okpebolo, has set out his agenda. The Rivers Flood Committee has called for the dredging of Orashi River. On the foreign scene, dozens have been killed after a car rammed into a crowd in China. The news was edited by Martha Okere. To reach the news team, send an SMS or WhatsApp to 0808-721-7215. I am Kala Dakurubatabo. Good evening and do stay tuned.